I feel like I've been hearing a lot about Gunfire Reborn.
That's right. The other kind of shooter you can make in 2020. Not a battle royale, a roguelite.
like from you guys and just kind of around.
Yeah, I've heard it around too.
Seen that name pop up a lot.
Because it came out in May, like late May, and has just been like slowly spreading.
And it's still in early access, so it's it's been going. But yes, it's a run-based roguelite thing with like a rogue legacy style currency that you earn along the way that you take back and spend on a skill tree that is a more permanent series of upgrades.
What are some of the upgrades?
You play as a cat.
Or a dog.
Or a dog, okay. You can unlock the dog when you hit talent level 30.
Wait, there's a town?
Talent level 30.
Oh, talent. I thought you said town level 30. Oh,
no. What are some of the upgrades?
There's like multiple trees. There's an ammo tree that's like more and better ammo. There's like a unique tree to the character, and that'll be tied to your skills. Like every character, or I guess both the characters, have an active ability. The cat you start out with shoots this like orb out that when it hits enemies will kind of lock them in place. The dog's ability is to dual wield both of your main weapons. So upgrades to that, and then just general like HP, shield stuff. But then it gets like more interesting the further down you go, where like you can get a skill that lets you revive allies and not die while you're reviving people. Or
right, because it can be 4-player co-op.
Yeah,
I've only played it alone, but yes.
I saw the smoke grenade can kind of be used as like a support class of sorts.
Yeah,
that's really neat.
So that's one of the cool things about it is since it's like it kind of it plays like a Borderlands kind of vibe, but also like you have a floaty jump. The guns are the thing. Like random guns will have, the guns will have random traits tied to them, like bonus crit damage, elemental damage is a big deal in this game. And then you can actually like combine elemental damage. So like if you have one dude hitting with poison and another dude hitting with burning, it'll create a new element that like does even more damage and stuff. But then there's like upgrades you can pick up that will boost your grenade, and the cat's is like a smoke grenade, and you can have it basically change from like instead of it'll deal like 50% less damage, but it'll blind foes, or it'll do more damage but not do any elemental damage and stuff.
Or if you're standing in the smoke grenade, it will give you you'll take less damage. Like there's a lot of different things like that you can find along the way. Since it's kind of run based, you're gonna maybe you never know kind of what you're gonna find.
Cool. And those can also be upgraded like multiple times, so you can like stack them. So one of the most basic ones is like your orb gets a second shot, and then your orb gets a third shot, and then the last upgrade will be like your orb gets 4 shots and does something else. And so you're encouraged to kind of like early on kind of figure out what your build is going to lean towards and then focus in on that. I like it. I saw somebody describe it as the gaming equivalent of eating a bag of potato chips, where it's like you're just there, you're shooting guys. Like to me, that's kind of like what Borderlands was. It's just like it's a very like it's not wow, this is crazy and great, and then like it's just a very kind of consistent like I'm having a good time shooting these guys.
It's like a lot of the enemies, especially early on, a lot of the enemies have slightly larger than normal heads, and you're just like lining up headshots and going like, I'm
really good headshot sound
over,
too.
And good headshot sound. You're just
not thinking too hard, just kind of
just going through and going like, oh, this gun's weird. It's basically the lightning gun from Quake. That's crazy. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. And, like this one does 3-shot burst, but it's like the third shot always crits. And
you start unlocking. There's like one of the skill tree things is you can every gun has unique talents tied to that gun, and so you can unlock those abilities, and those get even weirder. I feel like that's the first time I got one of the gun's unique abilities was just like, okay, now it's starting to, because it also does the thing of like once it has certain milestones you need to hit, like kill 30 of this enemy, and once you do that, you unlock the ability to pick up this kind of gun. And so right out the gate, you get there's like 10 guns in the game maybe, and I was a little underwhelmed honestly because I saw like the Borderlands comparison thrown around a lot. But it's one of those things as you play, you unlock the ability to get more and more of these guns, more and more of these abilities, and that's when it starts to kind of escalate.
It's neat.
Yeah, there's a
kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
Maybe
I gotta
one
say,
guy, you think?
I'm not super in love with the look of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot of it has the vibe of like enemy statues come to life, at least at the outset.
My biggest fear.
Yeah. Like they kind of have that look as they're kind of materializing and all that. And like it's okay.
It's up to 4-player co-op, or
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got matchmaking. Like you have to hit level 10 before you can matchmake with randos. I did it once or twice, and it was honestly a pretty good experience both times. Like I had somebody on mic for one of them, and they were like kind of like so there will be kind of portals you can find in the world, which will take you to like bonus challenge rooms. And then I didn't even know like in those rooms sometimes there's even more like hidden stuff. There's a lot of like environmental puzzles and stuff you wouldn't know just kind of going through blind. Like I had the guy actually be like, hey, come over here and look, you can go through this thing and it leads to a bonus chest or whatever, which is pretty neat.
You bring all your unlocks in to multiplayer?
Yeah, it's tied to your character level.
I might have.
Yeah, I could see it getting a little repetitive once you beat it, and I've gotten through 2 of 3 bosses. I think there are 3 bosses, maybe 4. So I feel like I've gotten about halfway through at 10 hours. And obviously, like there's a huge skill tree and another character that I haven't even really gotten into. So I feel like it kind of has a realistic ending point, which I'm honestly into. Like I don't need my roguelites to go on forever and ever. I'm happy like beating it after 20, 30 hours or whatever and waiting for big content updates.
I mean, it's like $10, right?
Yeah.
Also, the English in it is pretty rough. The translation
from a Hong Kong developer, and yeah, you can definitely use a pass.
Yeah, a lot of the text is pretty rough.
I saw some that wasn't even translated.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't bother.
Early access.
Early access.
No.
Yeah,
Early
Gunfire
access.
Reborn. It's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how that other character plays, and if it's different enough, I'm down to give it a lot more time. But we'll see. I had a friend reach out and offer to run me through. He's like, "Yeah, me and my friends all got to level 50 in like a week, and blah blah blah." And I think they went like super hard on that, but it sounds like an end is obtainable.
Okay.
Cool.